computer, and we are up and running. Good morning, smart salons and stylists. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
It is Monday Madness. Make it happen Monday. Who saw my live I just did a few minutes ago?
I caught the video.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, good. Note to self, don't do that so close to the timeline on this again. I was cutting things a little too close, and then I realized I didn't even have my speaker in the house. I still had it in my car. So thank you all for being on the call. Again, we have our guest speaker coming on in about 20 minutes, and it's going to blow you guys away, just like our last speaker, Liz Medley, did. How many of you just were blown away by Liz on the last call? Wow. So what I would like to do, here we are halfway through our calls right now. This is call number 6 of 12, which we're kind of just beginning, not ending. So we're just under halfway through. And I'd like to ask you guys a couple questions. So what would you say about this program, creating smart salons and stylists so far? Who would like to share some feedback, please? Not all at once. Seriously? Go ahead, Elisa.
I was just going to say it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a great way to meet people in the same business and hear what they have to say. The speakers so far have been unbelievable, and the amount of information and education we've received is, you can't even put a price on that.
Awesome. And what would you say about this format like we're seeing here on the screen?
Oh, it's fantastic.
And what is fantastic about it?
I love this because I can put faces with names and voices rather than just being on a conference call.
Okay.
Keeps my attention, keeps me focused. I like being able to know who is speaking, what they look like, what their surroundings look like.
Awesome.
One of the things that I have learned about this is it stands to prove that we are all professionals, even though the salon cultures that we each have developed are very different.
Yeah.
It doesn't make us any less
It doesn't make you any less what?
professional than the other. I think that there are a lot of mindsets that believe that a professional salon looks exactly like this. And all of us seem to have very different cultures in our salons, but I think that we're all very professional.
I agree. Who else has some feedback on the Smart Salon and Stylist webinar so far? What's showing up for you?
This is Delia talking now.
Okay, Delia, thank you. I know your face isn't on here, but we hear your voice.
Yeah, so with the format, the same with Perry, I believe is the one that said, it makes it more personal so you can relate and you feel like you're more connected as a team and a support team. I think I've really enjoyed that format. And I think it's helped me keep my vision in front and task and just everyday life. It gets in the way, so it helps me stay focused on the team and on the salon.
So are you glad you invested in this program?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yes. It's
And
so well worth all the money.
And so the value and the price is good for you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Who else? What has shown up? What have you learned or what have you tried? Is that Melissa? Did your hand go up?
Yeah. I started in this industry when it was almost like taboo to talk to another hairdresser unless if they were in your salon. Heaven forbid you be a friend with somebody that does hair that doesn't work with you. And it's just so nice to be able to see people that are willing to share and willing to get to know each other. And it's just been great getting to know everybody.
Would you say, Melissa, that we've created a pretty amazing community here?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And it's happened organically because I did it like, besides making the little group page, which is not necessarily tons of action going on it, but it's there for everybody. But besides creating that group page, this community's just kind of formed itself. Would you all agree?
Right. For sure.
Susie, what do you have to say, please?
I think the big thing is, and I know there's a lot of these I haven't been able to be on live, but I've tried to connect right afterwards by watching them and sending little emails. But I think what I love the best is that seeing everyone is themselves. Literally, I've seen every one of you and myself literally break down our walls. We have been able to say really what's bothering us or what our fears are, or, you know, maybe we're afraid to say what it is that our self-doubt, and how do we want to get better. And as a team, you know, maybe Missy said something that I'm like, yes, that's an aha, like I want to use that. And I think that's the big thing. Like Missy said, years ago, you never talked about these things with another hairdresser. And it is so nice I love watching every one of you. You know, Christine, your live feeds are just amazing. I admire you, and I'm telling you, I'm going to step out of my box and I'm going to do it. Like, I've been videotaping myself and watching going, oh, I look stupid, but I'm going to do it because I'm watching you. I'm like, I can do this. And all of you guys are amazing, but it started with you, Oscar, starting this whole program. And then your guest speakers, you've connected with, you know, Gino and Emily. It's amazing. And the price point, it's priceless. I mean, you can't put a value on education and mentoring and friendship and team. You can't put a price on that.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for that, Susie. And you've been a huge contribution to this, even though, like you said, you know, you as a Paul Mitchell educator, some of your classes are on these Monday mornings, so you've missed a couple. And what's pretty awesome is that you've gone back and watched the recorded video. And
I can't wait.
I know, and then I see all these little texts and feedback to everybody. You're like our mama cheerleader on this group, I'd say.
I love you guys. I can't tell you how much I love you.
Awesome. Thank you for that feedback, Susie. Who else has something to say about the program? Why would you recommend it to others? And have you tried anything from what we've learned? And yes, Chris, go ahead, please.
So it's funny that you love the live videos, because that was one of my biggest fears, was going live. So I started a year ago doing, you know, the YouTube tutorials, not talking. And then my clients were like, you gotta talk. And I was like, oh. So then I would do it, spend 6 hours editing it. And then having Liz and start saying, just do it live. It's so much easier. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
It's organic. You know, we're kind of ridiculous at my salon, if you guys haven't noticed. I've gotten 300 friend requests just from that video that I put out about like the shampoo. Like, it's just insane. There was 29,000 shares of the video.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hold on. Wait, 29 shares or 29,000 views?
29,000 views.
Oh, and then how many people shared that video?
I don't even know how I would count that, because at least 1,000.
Wow. So I remember when Liz and I were texting back and forth a couple days ago about you, and I was letting her know that your video went viral and it blew up, and that you've had, you know, you just kept going at 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 50,000. And I think at the time I told her you were at 18,000 or 20,000 views, and she goes, I hope she has her follow button on.
And I didn't.
And I took a picture of it. I said, yeah, I think so. And then she sent me the picture back and said, no, it's not on. She goes, what a learning lesson this is. So what was your learning lesson on that, Christine?
Make sure your follow button is on.
And so now that it has been turned on, has that number grown a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What could it have happened had that been on the whole time?
Definitely.
So that video was just off the charts. I can't wait to see who comes up with something next, because that was just viral and just it blew my mind. I've never seen a 28,000 view video of somebody I know. So thank you for sharing that, Christine. I'm going to go ahead and pipe off of Facebook here, and we'll keep on going with our call. But I just wanted to show people out there what this looked like. So who else? Monica, Alex, anybody? What's going on? And how is this for you, please?
Well, I've found it to be very empowering. There's a lot of things. My meetings have changed the way I hold meetings at the salon, and there's a lot more boundary setting going on.
How has your meeting changed because of this group or webinar?
The talk with Gino and some of the things he said, I changed kind of the way I was holding the meetings, making them more inspiring. Like, you know, I've been reading the book Starting with Why. And so kind of doing that and trying to inspire my girls and just getting down to business, like this is acceptable, this isn't acceptable, you know, just it's been very empowering to just to do this and say this and know that you have people that have been there and done that.
You were amazing to get to that point where you are setting boundaries, because that was when we were coaching. That's been a huge challenge with you. So
yeah, that was with clients.
well, yes, and that was with your team as well. You know,
now it's with my team. Yep.
Correct. So you've started to clearly set defined boundaries, correct?
Well, yeah, and you have to just keep setting them and defining them over and over and over until they get it.
And having what in conjunction with the boundary when it's
having
broken?
What?
And having what in conjunction with the boundary when it's broken?
Oh, consequences.
Bam. And that's what was missing for you in our coaching, was there was no consequences. And for all of my team and salon owners, when there's no consequences, what happens?
They just keep doing it.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them not to, right?
Yeah.
Alex, can you pop on for a second? Is it too noisy?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, so Alex, you're an employee, correct?
Yes.
So if you worked in an environment that didn't have consequences, how would you feel about that? And would you really adhere to like what they say, this is how we do things, but without consequence, there's no really reason to actually do it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So, and when we're employees, we get away with stuff, so we just keep, until somebody stops us, we're like just, could be kids at play sometimes, right?
Yeah, Susie knows I'm the queen of that.
And
at least she admits it, right?
Yeah, I admit it.
Exactly. So we need to have strong boundaries, Monica, and then you got to have consequences. And when you have the consequences, then you have to enforce the consequence. And that's what makes you a boss, and that's not the fun part, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Awesome. Who else? Hey, Tracy, your hair looks fabulous, by the way, girl.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think it's great because I don't have a team anymore.
Yeah.
So I get sad sometimes that I'm kind of by myself. But I mean, eventually I'll have it again here in the fall. But I love the fact that, like everybody said, this is a team. And the second thing I think this is a good program is because so many people I hear say, you know, I can't go to a hair show. I can't take a couple days away. I can't afford the hotel. I can't go, you know, all this food and just all these different things with price and taking time away from the busy schedule. Where something like this, price is amazing. You can be from home, you're salon, and you're still getting amazing education. You know, awesome.
Awesome. Very great. Thank you for that. Somebody popped on in the corner over there and you're sideways, Lizzie. Guess who our guest speaker is, you guys? We got Liz back for part 2. I am going to stop this recording because our guest speaker, Miss Liz Medley, is back for more. She's going to do a makeup tutorial, I guess, today. So I'm going to stop this video. Thank you guys for that contribution. Hopefully that will support some others to see the value in the program and go ahead and take some action. Let me hit stop, and then we will start again in just a